All right, welcome back to the Marhelm Market Update, Thursday, May 16th, and we're back in the Oslo stock market with Okeanis today. The story of the day, yesterday before earnings, the CEO of Okeanis, Aristides, graced Twitter with this amazing piece of artwork where he took the DHT slide that they've been using, where they highlight a couple of their peers. And you can see here in this beautiful red augmentation, he added in where the theoretical Okeanis earnings would be if they were included as a peer on the DHT slide. So everyone was very excited ahead of that, clearly a bullish signal ahead of into earnings here, and they did not disappoint. So they came out with 75,900 on the VLCCs for 3 quarters of the second quarter booked, and then over 70,000 on the Suezmaxes. So 2Q is shaping up to be an absolute massive one for Okeanis. Things have really come together with their fleet this quarter, where they had some vessels open up in great positions, very limited ballasting to new cargoes. So, clearly continuing on their path of just, blowing their competition out of the water. Obviously, Okeanis has a quite new fleet. They have a smaller fleet, so they're able to, be a bit more nimble. But the market liked what they saw. Up another more than 3% today, continuing on their path, as you can see here in 2024, of just strength to strength with Okeanis. So we've got two slides from their earnings presentation today that I thought were pretty interesting, and so I'll play those for you here.
Which we will see materialize over the coming months. This further restricts, these future container orders will further restrict berth availability for tankers and will reduce the potential supply for 27, 28, and onwards. Finally, although asset prices are high due to the strength in freight currently, the expected strength in future freight, and the high newbuilding cost, we still believe there's material upside to values when we enter the phase where we see very strong freight strength in 25 and 26. So it's a unique and exciting time to be in tankers.
Yeah, it really is a unique and exciting time in tankers. I mean, VLCCs, you've had the only VLCC already deliver at the beginning of the year for 2024, essentially no fleet growth into 2025. And so, assuming global oil demand remains strong, you're coming into a very healthy, in theory, period here for the VLCCs. On the call today, all the analysts essentially had a question along the lines of, please explain this outperformance to me. It just feels too good to be true. And so they, they kind of ran them through the math. They painted them the picture. But here was a clip from Aristides on the call today.
That we'll be able to achieve is really, really advantageous for us. It's also a benefit that we have a relatively small fleet, so we're very flexible in being able to choose the exact cargoes that we want, and having very good relationships, that the company and the family have had for the past 40 years now in tankers, that, they've been maintained over that period as well.
Yeah, so, Okeanis continuing to provide great numbers. They talked a bit on the call about just continuing to return shareholder capital, dividends. They're very, they're wary of the, really growing the fleet. They've got a great fleet now. They talked a bit about how a couple of their sister ships are in the market, and it looks like they're going to sell for probably more than they sold for the other year, which, typically ships depreciate as they get older, and given the strength in the freight market, asset values look like they're going to take another little step up here. So a big week in Oslo. Obviously, we had a Gas yesterday with massive earnings. Okeanis out today with great earnings. I'll be visiting the Oslo Stock Exchange next week, so I look forward to seeing where the magic happens. But happy May 17th day for the Norwegians tomorrow. A lot to celebrate this week in the Oslo Exchange.